So, just because somebody is famous or well known does not always mean their product, service, collaboration, partnership, or even their idea may always be successful. Hi, I'm Alexis. I am a business astrologer and strategist, and I help my clients with timing because timing is leverage, and understanding when to launch is almost as important as understanding what to launch. So, let's take a look here at the Kardashian card. Now, I am going to be reading because I have some stuff I wrote down, but I do want you guys to remember the details. I want you to listen to these details. So, back in on November the 9th, 2010, the Kardashians partnered up with a kind of card company or RRG to open up what they call the Kardashian card, right? So, the Kardashian card failed basically within the first month of opening it, which is very unfortunate because it really could have been very promising. Now, the thing is that the people did not like the car because they said the fees were very, very excessive. And I'm going to show y'all how much the fees were. So let's break a little bit of this down. So the first thing first, it was $99.95 for a one-time card fee for the year. Then you had to purchase the card, and that card was $9.95. And then it was $7.95 to keep the card per month, $5 to load the card, and after the first year's fees will be assessed. And if prefer, it'll go up to 59. Like it was just a lot. ATM fees, there was a lot of fees. And so the people was talking about it. So the Kardashians said, you know what? We're going to, go to the left and separate ourselves from the card company. Now, they did not like that because they lost a lot. So the car company ended up suing the Kardashians. They lost though, but they sued them saying that them separating themselves from the car and them not wanting to be associated with it, made the car flunk and not be successful, and they lost a lot of money. They tried to sue them for like $75 million, which I'm not surprised in. So not only did the card company lose, they had to pay $7,000 in legal fees for the Kardashians. Now, let's break it down in my terms. Is the fees, were they really the issues? Could they have been the issues? Yes. Could the timing have also been an issue? Yeah. So a lot of other companies have a lot of crazy outlandish fees and we still pay for them. For instance, Uber Eats, DoorDash, bank fees, airline subscription fees, all of those different things. They have extra fees we don't know anything about. Look at your phone bill, all those other fees that they add on to it. So we are okay with paying those, but we weren't okay with paying that car fee. And it's because of, I want to say, two particular things that I want to talk about. Now, the first thing I want to mention is that when they released the card, they released it during the window that I call the freedom and expansion window, which basically is about more learning, travel, law, risk taking, which is what they did, possibility, hope, and expansion, right? It's about seeing the vision or the picture and just applying the knowledge and going with it. But does that really go with the card? It may have went with the feeling, but it has not went with the feeling of the card. Now, the card was very expensive, and it was expensive in the nature of more the fees in the long term, things they just wanted money in the long term. People feel like they was penny pinching. And that's because this particular window they were in was having a challenge with what I call the vision and illusion window, which is that people see a vision, it's the bright, shiny lights, and they just go for it, no plan, no realistic idea of it. It's just whatever, the vision go, and they don't put any plans, effort towards how they can really make this tangible. And that was the issue here. If I was them, I would have launched it doing what I call the debt and power window, which is all about shared finances, resources. It's what I call OPP. And this is all from all my 80s and 90s, baby, because you guys know what OPP is, other people's property. It's other people's property. So they're good with managing other people's property or possessions or finances, right? That would have been a great window for them to put this card out in. People would have been very much more so receptive. The public would have been talking about it more. They would have maybe a little bit more foggy around how it really works, but they could have been able to come out with more information, advertising, and things later to clarify, but it didn't never give it a chance because they didn't put it out during the right window that would have allowed for the theme. People are going to naturally be attracted to whatever the theme of the window is. And that would be good if you're, in marketing or you're trying to sell for your business, because you don't want to give people something that they don't necessarily want or need on that day, right? So this is why it's good to promote or sell or release things within your particular window that it's there for. And the second thing I want to talk about really quick, and I'm not going to try to get to astrology with you guys. I want to bring it really down to earth. But I have to say it like this. Venus was retrograde in Libra in its home sign. Venus is the planet of money, of attraction, of how you gain things, of how you grow your money. Libra is naturally home when it's in the planet of Venus. Libra is all about balance, partnerships, collaborations, balance, fairness. And when it is retrograde, it's meaning that all those things are not being looked at properly. They're being looked over, and they're probably going to have to be redone again. So they may, establish a new card to get another card again, but it won't probably be anytime soon. But the great thing that I wanted to note about this, and where this is how you know the signs are there, that lawsuit, because they could have just, failed at the card and just cut ties. But the lawsuit is what really brought in the Venus retrograde and Libra aspect as well. Because also, when I talked about before, within the expansion cycle, or the expansion window, the freedom and expansion window, law is there. And that window highlighted law. And that window was making this certain connection with this Venus retrograde energy in Libra. And Libra also rules the law. It rules lawyers, it rules court systems, right? This is why they ended up getting sued. As you can see here, like I said before, $75 million. And they lost the card company lost, and the Kardashians won. So law and Libra energy, all that energy is where the lawsuit came in, because this could have not ended in a lawsuit. It could have just been cut ties. This is why it's very important to learn when to pick the certain times. You want to collaborate with people. You want to open things. You want to set your timing up, because you want to minimize all this extra stuff that you don't usually would have to go to if you would have picked a better time. So the reason I say all this is because timing is not the bonus. Timing is the multiplier, baby. It's a stacker. It's the add on to the add on. It don't mean you replace them, but it's if you want to put the cherry on the top, that is the cherry on the top, because it brings everything together. So, and the reason why I say this is because if you are in the money sector of business, or taxes, debts, loans, any type of money service that you do, even when it comes to betting, insurance, all of that. This is your sector, and we're coming into this sector. So these themes are going to be highlighted between today and tomorrow, because we are still in the window of debt and power, which is why I'm talking about this right now. So if you guys want to see more videos about this, please comment below and let me know what kind of videos do you guys want to see. Do you want to know about your own windows, your own cycles, how to work with them? Tell me what you guys want to see. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.